with it. Boom. Boys Talking Balls, episode 85.
Feeling alive.
Feeling alive. Alejandro Alvarez.
Tommy Two Hill, as always.
On the futon. First ever live camera here for the episode. Hello, my people. Gonna thank you all for watching this on the YouTube, wherever you are, live or not. It'll be around on the VODs, you know. So, simply put, you've seen me here for about the last 6 days, so you already know who I am. You know what I'm about. You saw Tommy on Thursday.
Yes, and Friday.
Did you make it Friday?
Wait, no,
you were
just
not
Thursday.
here. Yeah,
Just
so
Thursday.
you know, little excursion to the local unis
Yee.
around the parts, and
It's a good time.
we're back in blood, back for business.
Officially.
Yes, sir. Our bracket's cooked. That right there. That right there.
Yeah,
that
it's
beautiful
cooked
thing.
for the most part. Obviously, I was huge on the Johnnies. You take a look. We had them in the Final Four. In one bracket, I had them winning it all. I also had Oregon winning it all in another bracket. So Mr. Little just couldn't get the job done.
Nope.
But yeah, one Final Four team, 5 Sweet 16 teams are out for us.
That one really hurts, by the way.
Yeah, really, really does hurt.
Really hurts.
Honestly, though, almost better than last year.
Better than last year. Slightly better than last year.
Not great.
Not great, but still better.
I feel like we got a lot of the
But still
9-8s
better.
right. I feel like we kind of felt like we knew what our looks were for the 10-7s.
There just wasn't many upsets. We
It
did
was
not
very
get
tough.
any kind of upsets except for woo pigs.
That was it.
I mean, dude,
That was it.
brutal.
Actually, do I even want to look at the
The bracket challenge. Shout out to the bracket challenge, by the way. If I'm not mistaken, friend of the program, Jack Ralston, is still in front.
number
I
one?
think. He's talking shit all day, all weekend long to your boy right here about how I don't know ball. This is really what's been going on with that conversation.
So we have 2 people tied.
Okay.
Our bracket is still in 3rd place.
That is shocking considering the faceplant that the St. John Red Storm had. My bracket's actually worse. My bracket's 50% correct.
My bracket is 2nd to last. It's brutal.
It is brutal. It's brutal. The weekend was not kind
The weekend was not
to your
kind.
boys.
Not kind at all.
Was not at all. But other than that, let's see. So collectively, we're in 3rd. The family bracket's eliminated. Your bracket's officially eliminated.
Yep.
Damn, dude.
It's bad. It's bad.
And Denny's got the 2nd worst bracket right now while still being alive.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who has the 3rd worst? Me.
It's just not good. It's brutal. It happens, but
Actually, friend of the program, Ben Cates, actually is tied for the first in the bracket group. Who would have thought that?
I don't
I don't know if you know, but Ben is probably the
Not the-
last guy
really.
who knows anything about basketball, especially at the collegiate level.
Wow.
We're talking about a solely hockey guy here, is Mr. Ben.
Well, shout out.
Yeah, shout out, dude. I mean, dude. So obviously, I didn't get to digest your reactions over the weekend
Yeah.
with me. So, how were you feeling over Thursday and after Thursday, I should say, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for the games that you did get to watch?
So I was trying to think about games I was able to watch, looking back over these scores. The one thing, Baylor, Mississippi State was a really good one. I was shocked by Robert Morris giving Bama a fight. I got to be honest, I really didn't think that was going to happen.
I had a heart attack
for
that one.
Lipscomb completely died.
Yeah, they did.
Colorado State, we'll keep it up. I thought Vandy was going to beat St. Mary's.
We all did.
I really did.
It was close.
I know.
Came down to a 3-pointer, a chance to take it to overtime. By the way, if you aren't soaking your face in ice mineral water, what are you doing?
Yeah, apparently that's It became like a huge thing.
That's the morning routine here on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
By the way, that water brand, went up like 1,000, like 1,700% in
Wow.
revenue since this stuff started going out. Didn't hit my morning right. I didn't soak my face in ice water.
I did not soak my face in ice water either. Maybe
we're just unprepared.
Yeah.
We're just unprepared. It's simply what it is.
Just not rocking it.
Continue.
Mr. Khan, Mr. Aura. I feel like you kind of lose the baby face when you pull up in your own
In the
jumpsuit.
full.
I feel like you kind of it kind of felt like you saw he was wearing the jumpsuit and you're like, okay,
yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
Yeah,
like they're capped out.
Perdizzi, take it easy.
Yeah.
Completed the frisbee toss, by the way. I'm blanking on Purdue's head coach, but the traditional frisbee toss did go in favor of homeboy. Mr. Dan Hurley did that the past 2 years.
Yeah. We'll see.
You know what I mean?
I'm interested.
National
BYU, Wisconsin was. It looks like that was a really good game. I just didn't get to see it. The white boys couldn't shoot.
Yeah, no, Wisco. Wisco stunk it up, man.
Your Wolverines, Alejandro. I like them.
You do?
I like them. We'll have to see what the spread looks like.
You do?
We'll have to see what the spread looks like
against those Auburn Tigers.
Against them and the Auburn Tigers, but listen.
Honestly,
if there was a team that I wanted to do well, because obviously I don't have a fucking horse in the race, really don't. It was to see maybe Alejandro be a little bit happier, but
I'd be really happy.
Listen, all I'm saying is that they seem. I'm not saying Auburn's a really good basketball team, so you kind of get a bad draw, right, for your Sweet 16 matchup. But
indeed, I did.
Honestly, that's really it. Like it still looks good. Duke is rolling. Duke is really doing well.
The Blue Devils look scary, man.
Houston seems like a team that I could definitely see doing something.
I feel like
making a Final Four.
I feel like that Final Four matchup does pan out pretty well.
I'm confident with that.
Does Duke play Bama in the Elite Eight? I don't really know anymore.
I don't know.
After what I've seen the past 2 games. I don't know.
I will say this: Michigan State.
Sparties have been playing close the first half.
Yeah.
They're getting it done. They're playing a lot like the fellas in Ann Arbor. Can't lie.
I gotta be honest. Maryland.
Yeah. Oh
Mr.
yeah,
Queen.
right. Mr. Queen.
Crab 5.
Crab 5.
Give me the motherfucking ball.
Give me the motherfucking ball.
Trains it.
Travel. Yes. It was a travel.
Mr. Stereotor did say, and the one thing he does, the bobble, you do see in that second step, the ball almost kind of separate out of his hand.
It's not a dribble.
Back in.
It's not a dribble. Well, did someone lock it loose or did he just bobble it?
That's
if he bobbles it,
they're saying for the official, it looked like there could have been possible the ball was coming loose and he regathered it.
I see.
That's why.
Not a fan of that personally. Not a fan. But hey, crazy game. It took about 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
For us to get some like true madness.
That's the moment of March right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's the moment of March, we got to talk into it, Alejandro. First time since 2007, a team seeded 11th or lower. It's not made the Sweet 16.
Oh no! Shout out to the Lowe's correspondents.
I know. You want to talk about what they're saying?
What are they saying? What are the streets telling you?
They're saying that 3-letter thing that helps the players get some money in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's killed college basketball.
Oh, the nil.
Yeah,
not a fan of the nil.
Mr. N-I and L. The Benjis
have killed them.
College basketball.
Have killed the mid majors.
Yeah,
I mean
they've killed them. I feel like
you look at
how
FAU.
much of it is that versus how much of the draws that those.
True. I think it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand, though. No, FAU. I mean, there was a lot of good players on the FAU team that went to the Final Four.
Yeah,
and they're all elsewhere now.
Think about like Loyola Chicago, look at Michigan, stuff like that.
Look at Michigan, baby. We got Vlad and our new head coach.
Yeah, you're not wrong
from FAU.
You're not wrong. And then besides that, you got to think about it like Drake, right? He was a D2 coach 2 years ago. Now out of nowhere, he's going to be the head coach of Iowa.
Yeah, out of nowhere. McNeese's head coach is going to NC State,
and Mr. Aura will go
also be so weird, by the way.
Very weird.
Also made more than 6 figures in NIL.
Yeah,
and he's a manager. He doesn't even step on the court.
Yeah,
he just wipes up sweat and fills water.
Although he was next
Crazy.
to Spike Lee,
All right. The fuck?
who was kind of ridiculous.
A little bit.
But yeah, honestly, like nothing else was really crazy to me. We can take a little future look
We
on to
should.
Thursday.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Peek
Right
on forward.
now-
Peek on forward.
Who is our first game? Our first game is at 7:09.
At
BYU Bama.
At night?
Yeah.
Damn. How many games are we getting on Thursday?
Thursday, you get 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. And when's that last tip?
Last tip
Definitely
is
like 9:50.
10:09. Yeah.
They never make it easy for your boy, huh?
Never do.
They never make it easy.
They
Get me on the
never
West fucking Coast, please.
ever
Someone get me on the West Coast.
Do. The first game would be BYU Bama.
Okay.
All of these are spreads of 5.5 or more. Which
In
is
the
gonna-
close seed matchups, really? You just got the 5-point spreads?
the biggest spread is the 1-4 with Arizona and Duke. Duke is an 8.5 point favorite.
You know what I also forgot to do? Guess what I forgot to do throughout all this nonsense? Guess what your boy forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
Guess what your boy forgot to do?
Turn on the audio itself.
For the audio listeners out there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Say it with me now. Boys Talking
Talking
Balls, episode 85. Sorry, audio listeners. All jumbled up here is your boy. So we're officially going live here on about 4 platforms at once. A little bit of a jabron fumble for your boy, but
It happens.
you didn't miss much. We've talked for about 10 minutes so far. We're just covering the tournament and how upset we've been with all of the nonsense that's been going on.
And how maybe it's not NIL, maybe it's killed the bracket, and you never know. We missed in the mid majors.
Yeah.
Besides that, 8.5 is the biggest spread, but then BYU Bama is 5.5. Totals. Guess what the total is, Alejandro?
I've seen a lot of 150s been float around.
This is 175.5.
Whoa.
Both teams can score the basket.
Whoa. Okay.
Honestly, that at 7:09 cannot complain. I'm kind of a fan of it.
We'll see. Holy. That's got me
Maryland,
fired up.
Florida at 7:39 is a 1 tip. That is Florida at -6.5. Total at 154.5.
I'll tell you what. Load my swamp puppies in the first round.
Yeah.
Second round against the Con. A lot of scares, but they got the job done.
Yeah.
They got the job done, and I still do think that they are poised to perhaps meet them Blue Devils.
Here's my thing. For a team like Maryland, you almost get upset and then you hit that big buzzer beater. I feel like that is something that makes you go on a run. I feel like
It
that's
does.
something that can
It's-
make you be Elite 8, Final 4.
Don't you know I'm still dancing without a copyright?
Yep.
I mean, are they gonna dance? I don't know. I don't know.
We'll see.
If we do, we're gonna get a lot of crab memes
Yes.
floating around about crabs dancing, and a lot of Derek Queen highlight tapes.
Yes. The only thing that I have seen, the closest thing we have to a Cinderella, and it's not even because he's so established, and it is what it is. Mr. Calipari. 10 versus the 3 in the West on Thursday, 5.5 point spread.
And this is the weakest 3, if we're being real here. Yeah.
Texas Tech, probably.
Or well, aside from A&M, but A&M was a 4.
Yes.
Yeah. So probably the weakest 3 seed we've seen.
Yeah. And
Um,
then Friday, Kentucky, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Michigan State. I know Ole Miss had a good game, but I really feel like I am a fan of Michigan State cruising past them.
I could see that happen. I mean, listen, it's either that or the Rebels are just going to win.
This is where all the spreads get close, Alejandro.
The Rebels might just win. Miss 2-0.
They could. The spread at that game is Michigan State -2.5.
Missed by 30, says Mr. Carter.
I don't know.
The Rebels, listen,
Listen, they can score the hoop.
why am I blanking on homeboy's name?
We also know that
Sean Padula.
Yeah.
That boy can shoot the rock. That white boy, he's got the white headband on. Got the 2 all the way around on the buzz. That kid could shoot the fucking rock.
Listen, my whole thing is I don't know. Michigan State, I don't know. Listen,
You just feeling the
January,
vibes?
February, Izzo. It works. They look good, man. They look really good. 2.5 smells fishy to me. You put that line at 2.5. It's like you're really trying to have the Ole Miss hype go. I would go on Michigan State.
I have not been impressed by the Sparties in this tournament. I don't know what's turning it on for you, but nothing that I've seen has really made me think, wow.
You know what it is for me? Ole Miss gets a big win, and then what do they do the next week? Oh, a year. What have they done? They falter.
This is different, though. This is a different story, different team, different time. It's the March Madness tournament, dude.
I don't know.
The Rebels, we've been counting them out all year. We're thinking, Ole Miss is shit. Ole Miss that. Ole Miss can miss the tournament. Here they are, surviving the weekend. They had a chance to keep on moving and pissing people off.
I just don't see it happening. The Kentucky-Tennessee matchup that we will get, Cinema.
I do think Rocky Top gets it done.
Yes, I do too.
I think the Wildcats stop here.
Good day good time for SEC basketball. Tennessee's only a 3.5-point favorite. Michigan, Auburn. That is tied for the biggest spread of the first 2 days of the Sweet 16 Elite Eight. 8.5. Total at 153.5.
I mean, that's probably the game that could get most out of hand, honestly.
Yes.
Because Auburn can shoot the three well. I mean, we're not like the worst shooting team in the world, but it's not our bread and butter. Unless it has to be. If we keep it close to
really what it is the big mans. Can Golden go up against Broom? How does that work?
I need Danny Wolf to cook. I need a masterclass from Danny Wolf.
Purdue, Houston. I like Houston in that a lot.
I think Houston will bury the Boilermakers.
Yes.
Pretty bad.
Yep. That spread is at 7.5.
Yeah.
And then besides that, then Saturday and Sunday we get 2 games, and then we got to wait a whole week.
A whole nother week until the weekend again.
For the Final Four. So
shit, I'm not complaining.
I'm not either.
I'm not complaining.
Give us a little break, a little hiatus.
To breathe. I need breaks after what I've been through.
Yes, definitely.
So what else we got to talk? Anything else here in the college basketball world scene right now?
Really?
Got to talk about Coach Hurley shitting on the refs on the way out.
And I mean, I felt like Mr. Hurley ever since they won their second championship. Big crybaby.
Yeah, bit of that.
I don't know.
Comes with the territory.
I guess so. I guess you felt like, you come at the king, you must not miss. Well, listen. All year they were just kind of rough. Around a 32 exit.
I did not think the national champs would go down in round 1. I was right.
Yeah.
I
just was not hugely confident on UConn this year.
I mean, they almost made it to the Sweet 16, dude. They were really close. Yeah. Almost.
I mean, they were giving Florida a battle, but at the same time, I don't know.
The bigs of Florida were amazing in that game, by the way.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. They cooked. They cooked up when they had to. We haven't got the 7'9" kid playing yet. We're waiting for him next year.
And that's a scary thought. It's a scary thought to think about.
That's going to be even crazier.
Ooh, player of the year. Speaking of Mr. Just kind of tracking it back. Mr. Flag, Mr. Number 1.
Looking good.
He's looking good.
He's looking good.
Like Duke looks like Final Four.
Well, Tyrese Proctor, once he hit those threes in the ACC chip,
yeah,
kid's been hot.
Yeah,
like white hot.
He's been seeing it.
6 threes. I mean, and
he's in.
It's just
flawless.
This Duke team feels different than other Duke teams we've seen in this tournament. And it's because I think there's not a bunch of stars, but one clear star, and then there's some tiers to
really what it is just
the rest of the players on the team. This is how you balance it. This is like saying you balance in an NBA team.
Those Coach K teams, it's like what are you like? Who's going to get the basketball because you have so many great options?
Exactly.
That was also part of a fault for them.
Exactly, it was
because everyone wanted it.
Yep.
Here it's more like depending on the situation. It's just more sound basketball.
Yeah, we know the game Flag is going to give us. We know the game Proctor can give us, and we got a fantastic rebounder out of fucking Africa.
Yeah,
I mean,
it works. It's beautiful.
It is. It is absolutely beautiful. By the way, I'm blanking on Buddy's name, the center for Duke, but apparently he's not done growing, and that's going to be a scary prospect. I'll tell you that right now. He's got good handles for what already being 7'2".
Yeah.
Can shoot the three. I mean, we're looking at another game breaker.
Oh,
there's another game breaker coming up through the collegiate ranks.
Oh, my goodness. Well, and you got to think about it. Mr. Flag's supposed to still be in high school.
Yeah, Mr. Flag is still supposed to be in high school. God damn it! So the best American prospect since Anthony Davis. Looks all the part. I'll tell you that much. Blue Devils look good.
They do.
They
They're
look
very,
really
very
good. They've built a good team. They built a very good squad post Coach K here. Stealing is, I'd say, obviously national championship. Floor right now, it does feel like the Final Four.
Final Four. They feel like they're just a Final Four team.
And that's a crazy floor.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
There's a crazy floor. But I mean, going into the tournament, that's what you thought.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, Final
Yep.
Four. I did not realize. Wow, we have Houston making the championship.
Yeah. Again, you guys. You too. No Denny here, by the way, today.
Shit. Yeah.
But he would also be getting the you're fucking stupid talk from me right now.
Yeah. That's
Took the Zips over Arizona.
I
You're
was just-
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dear Lord, what are we doing? I knew I was low on I knew I had reason to be low on those goddamn Cyclones too, and y'all were not trying to let me hear it. Y'all were like, nah.
felt like they were getting healthy at the right time. They were gonna play good ball. What can I say?
And they got blown the fuck out yesterday.
Everything that's supposed to work for you just fell apart.
Correct.
It's a bad time.
Big 12 basketball in the dumps.
It isn't the dump.
Aside from Houston.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. I'll wrap it up here for some CBB.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We're just getting ready for Thursday at this point. We're
Yep.
just gonna wait patiently for it.
Well, there's more things than just that on Thursday. Perfect segue, by the way. Opening day
Yes.
is 3 days away here for most of the Major League Baseball
Yeah.
Association of baseball players and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Nola, Papismus, Delco legend Kevin McGonigal.
Yeah. 406 feet. Should I not? I don't feel good.
Well, you're not like one of the only people who's really low on Nolas. A lot after last year, after the contract extension, everyone's just been hating on Nola. I think we'll see. I'm not going to say anything without seeing how he actually performs through a couple of games here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm excited about the rest of the Phillies though. So let's just dive in here to Major League Baseball.
You might as well.
Stubby is going to learn Lehigh Valley.
Yep.
Shout out Marchand. That's an electric bat we got now
That is an electric bat.
in the clubhouse. That's a good Phillies backup catcher at bat there that I like when JT's not risking his knees
Yes.
more than he needs to.
One thing I really don't like, Mr. Suarez.
Yes, back
Yeah, yeah.
injury. It's not as bad as the one they said he had last year, though. But, of course, just being the start of the year, no reason to just be stupid about it. Take all the precautions.
Might as well. It's a long year.
It's a long year. 162
season.
games. 82? 82?
62.
62. 162. My bad. Apologies.
Oh, good.
162 games.
But that means Taiwan Walker's
yeah.
in your starting rotation to start the year.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like you needed to get one more.
So that means what? Wheels, Knowles,
Sanchez.
Lazardo, Walker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're going to try to space out Wheeler and Nola.
I would
throughout a series.
really enjoy if Lazardo is very solid. I
What
would really
you need
enjoy
him
that.
to be is what Sanchez was. Oh, okay. Here's my thing. Christopher Sanchez, when he was your 5, was that last year and also like almost like the tail end of 2 seasons ago. He give you like 5 good innings.
Now I can give you 6.
Yeah, now he
And
can give you
7.
like 6 or 7, like 5 good innings of baseball, clean, and then that's it. And then it's like, all right, cool. You throw out your couple other relievers. If Lazardo could start off like that right away, off of opening day, first appearance, he gives you 5 to 6. It's pretty clean, pretty effortless, and really all it is like, listen, almost no run to 1 run baseball. That's really it. Throwing strikes, not really walking people. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that is. But at the same time, Sanchez doesn't really have any like super high velocity. You know what I mean?
No, but he's got good movement.
Yeah,
and he's got
exactly.
good placement.
Exactly.
He knows
got
how to
the
place
break.
it down in the zone.
He's got the break.
Yes.
So that means what? Who's our day 2 starter then? Is our day 2 starter just going to be Chris, or is it going to be Nola?
Also Wheeler. So then it would probably be Mr.
Depending on what they want to do.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know if you saw Topper recently. I think you might have sent me this actually. That depending on the handedness of the pitcher, the top of the order will change. Did you send me that?
Yes, I did. I
Yeah.
just sent you that actually. So today, Phillies right now actually are playing the Rays the last day of spring training. So, my whole thing is here. This was just released by John Clark. He said that, and I quote, if I could get this to actually work for me and not be a pain in my ass. Trey Turner is leading off, which basically means that if it is a left-hander for Trey, if it's a left-hander they're going up against, Trey's the lead off.
Trey's lead off, which I like. Trey is good against.
If it's a right-hander, Mr. Schwarber is your lead off.
But then where do we put these other two when it's whatever? So where does Schwarber go when he's not leading off? Where does Trey go when he's not leading off?
So
that's what I want to know.
This is what today's lineup looked like. Turner, Harper, Bohm, Schwarber, Realmuto, Kepler, then Cassie, Stott, and Marsh.
So Schwarber and clean up?
Yep. Schwarber will be clean off.
And then where would Trey be when Schwarber's is leading off? Back to 2? We just shift everyone down 1? Because that's weird then. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go back to like last year where we had Trey hitting 2 and it was like, all right, he's good. And then he got hurt and then he sucked.
Honestly, I could see them moving. I got honestly see, but I don't like Bohm as a cleanup.
No one does. I don't think anyone likes Bohm as a cleanup.
Schwarber's your leadoff. Harper your 2.
Yeah, they've been talking a lot
3,
about that.
Turner your 4.
They've been talking a lot about. No, I mean, I'm all for Bryce seeing more ABs, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for that. Because when you get Bryce a chance to swing the fucking bat, good things usually happen.
Yeah.
So I'll take Harper at 2. Bohm at 3. Schwarber's 4, Casty 5. The rest can meddle around.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter is plus 125 here to go to the Patriots.
There you go.
That makes me happy.
But before we get to that, also just a quick heads up there. Carlos Hernandez got claimed off of waivers for the Phillies. So
it's a big needle mover
on the 40-man roster. Tyler Phillips was designated for assignment.
Tyler Phillips, dude, Phillies legend, threw a complete game shutout last year. Tyler Phillips.
Yeah.
How many of those are we gonna get this year? Like the call ups who just like are like, like don't strike, maybe like 3 to 4 strikeouts in the complete game shutout.
Yeah.
And the rest are just pop ups.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. How many times?
Oh, we'll set the line at 2.5.
I'll set the line at 2.5. I say give me the under.
Yeah.
Give me the under. I think we get flat 2. I think we get 2 flat. If we're lucky. Any other league news that I should be brought apparent to?
Well, let's also make sure that we remember Mr. Clemens.
Yes, Mr.
The
Clemens.
last man that made the roster.
The final man.
Buddy Kennedy will get possibly either traded or DFA'd. They're going to try to ship. They're going to try to shop him before opening day, and I believe they said before opening day if they could not find a partner.
The Phillies are playing right now, but these bastards are on MLB.com. We don't get that because it's not even a channel. That's crazy. I was about to be excited to watch some Phillies baseball here.
Well, Mr. Walker was on.
Oh yeah, never mind. I lied. You want to know what the score is? It's 4-3.
4-3.
And the Rays have put up 4 runs. So that means Mr. Walker let up a run in the first and just let up 3. He just let up 3. Now he let up a single that got some runners in, and he let up a double.
Yeah. Mr. Turner had a hit.
He's allowed 5 hits already through checks notes. 6 batters.
That's bad. Bohm hit a RBI single. Schwarber hit a double, which helped Bohm score. And then Kepler hit a ground rule double, which helped Schwarber in the bottom of the first. So right there. Then again, who the pitcher is for these Rays, Mr. Littell.
Zach
Littell. I wanted to make sure it was Zach. I saw the Z.
Love the splooge. By the way, it's a person in the Twitch chat for the audio only people out there. We have the Washington Nationals for opening day.
Yes.
That was our opening series.
In Washington.
In the nation's capital.
Home opener, I believe, is against the Rockies, if I am not mistaken.
Your boy will be in attendance for that Dodgers series right after that Rockies series. By the by. But yeah.
Did we talk about the Tokyo series before all the madness happened?
No. because
No.
no.
So Tokyo Series happened. In the
Tokyo
MLB.
Series happened. The Cubs sucked.
Yeah.
And
they
if we
stunk it
did,
up.
fuck it. We'll refresh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, the Cubbies suck. The Dodgers didn't look overwhelmingly like impressive.
It's also like it was still spring training basically.
Exactly.
But the Cubs, a little down on the Cubs right now.
Yeah, not feeling good on the Cubbies. I did see that Mookie Betts did lose like a fuck ton of weight. He's like 150 pounds now after a stomach illness.
Oh no.
Yeah, so maybe
It happened in Tokyo. What was he eating?
Yeah, because he didn't
Fat
play.
piece of sushi?
I guess so. The sashimi out there must have been a little bit dosed,
Something
probably
happened?
from the Cubs camp.
Oh no.
That
all
would
alleged.
be bad. All alleged, of course. He'll be back soon. I don't know. It's not like the Dodgers are in any rush to get Mookie Betts back right now. I mean, it's the fucking Dodgers.
They're pretty good.
Blake Snell hasn't even thrown the baseball yet for the club, so we'll wait for that to happen. I know we're a Phillies heavy podcast here, but I am curious to see what the Dodgers schedule looks like to open up the year. I'm very curious, actually,
Look into that
because I want to know when some pitching is going to happen for certain players.
So they start off with the
the Tigers.
Hold on, Thursday is opening day, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So they start off with the Tigers and then they hit the Braves.
Their opening day starter right now is slated, or not? Well, not opening day, but slated to be Blake Snell. So we're gonna get a fantastic actually matchup to start on
Scoobs and Snell.
Scooby and Snell.
Take the under.
That is a good pitching duel right there. I like that a lot.
Take the under.
I like that a lot. Take the under. What do you think the under is? Probably 5.5 runs.
Yeah, I mean totals aren't even released yet or anything like that. We can't really mess with it, but yeah, I would take the under. Take the under.
You know what's bad when Enrique Hernandez is the only guy on the Dodgers with a home run? Will Smith leads the team in batting average. Obviously, small, very, 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 very small sample size of 2 games. But, Ohtani-san has a Fugazi home run. And Mookie Betts is still day-to-day. Enrique Hernandez. Oh, no. Never mind. Not Enrique Hernandez. These are a bunch of pitchers. Tony Goslin will start on the IL. Don't really care. It's not Tyler Goslin. Or Glass now, my bad. Evan Phillips, though, one of the relievers for the Dodgers, 15-day IL as well. Should be interesting. But, yeah, opening day is coming up. What is our premier series, though, on Thursday? What is all the eye candy going towards? We got Phillies, Nats, Brew Crew, Yanks, O's, Jays, Sox, Red Sox, and the Rangers. Pirates, Marlins, stinker. Giants, Reds, Angels, White Sox, stinker.
Yeah, it stinks.
Guardians, Royals, that's good. That's going to kick off AL Central play immediately. Yes. I'm a fan of that. Mets, Astros is a weird one. Love me some Braves, Padres.
Very, very competitive. It's been a duel. I believe there's been a couple matchups in the playoffs.
Twin and M's and Cardinals. Yeah, they met last year in the wild card. Mm-hmm. Twin and M's, Cards, Tigers, Dodgers. We just covered that. Cubs, D-backs, and then Athletics, Mariners. So there's some good ones sprinkled throughout.
That Mets Astros is probably your best.
Yeah, or I'd say Braves Padres. Braves Padres will be good. I don't know if Acuna's back. He's not.
Not yet.
Acuna's probably slated to be back in May. No Strider either. He might be back in April.
Alejandro, are you joking me?
What's up?
The first Dodgers game is on Apple TV Plus.
Oh yeah.
We're really already starting this off.
Yep. Well, it's like one of three Apple TV Plus games.
We're starting it off there. Really?
Yep.
That just. Nah.
Were you gonna be excited for the Temu game? We got a Temu game this year.
Oh, goodness.
Bet you didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Bet you didn't know that one was coming our way this year. A little Temu Phillies baseball action.
Lovely.
T-Mac will be on the call for that, by the way.
Just lovely. Mr. Kruk is a
locked up an extension
through 2028.
I got you.
Shout out.
I got you.
I'm a fan.
Love me some Crucker.
Here's the question, though, as we're about to wane off of baseball. First 2 series, obviously, visit the Nationals. Then we play the Rockies. 2 teams more in the bottom. Obviously, people will be higher on Washington than they would be Colorado.
Yeah.
What's your record before you face the Dodgers? What do you want it to be versus?
Is that 7 games or is that?
I believe it should be 6. There should be two threes.
If that's the case, Tui, there should be no reason that we wouldn't have more than 2 losses coming into that.
I'd say
series.
5-1 is very realistic, and that's what you kind of should
1,
be.
2, 3. Well, we have been known to choke plenty of Wheeler starts before.
I know.
Topper also kind of tends to let him go a little bit long sometimes.
Especially
we're not going to lose the opening day game. We shouldn't lose the Nola Day game, but it feels like him or Sanchez might fuck it up. I would love a series sweep to open up the year. I would love it.
I would too.
Vibes would be great. And I think we sweep, get in front of that home crowd.
It's a little loud.
I don't think we're dropping a game of the Rockies. So I should say 1 to 2 losses easily. Through 6. 1 to 2 through 6. I want to be either 5-1,
5-1 or 4-2.
I would love that.
4-2 makes the most sense to me, but 5-1 is what I want.
I want 5-1 as well.
Because no one's perfect.
Got to hop a couple of hurdles to get that, but
yeah.
Hey, who started out really hot last year?
Didn't the Vikings start off hot last year?
Who?
Didn't we start off hot?
Yeah, we started out hot, but like there was an undefeated. The Rays. No, that was a couple of
Yeah.
years ago where the Rays went like 13, 14-0.
Yeah.
To start their campaign. So the Dodgers opened up against the Tigers, and then they hit the Braves before they hit us.
We're already 2-0 in the year.
Already 2-0 in the year. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose the Scooby game, but at the same time, depends on if the bats wake up. The rest of that Tiger series, though, they should beat the Tigers in the series. The Braves series this early on should be fine because the Braves are still a little bit banged up from all the injuries.
You're 4-1, and then you go up against the Braves.
Yeah. They tore 3 of the 5 here in the AL or NL East. They go Braves, us, Nats.
Wow. Well, that's easy. But before they meet us, I say they probably have 2 losses on their.
Holy cow, cakewalk for the Dodgers to start this year. Well, they go Nats, then they meet back up with the Cubs, and they get the Rockies. That's going to get us through about mid-April.
And then, well, you know what that means. June, going into July, they'll lose a lot of games in 2 weeks, and everyone's going to say we're going to write them off.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
Checks out.
It's baseball.
It's baseball, baby. I'm excited. I'm ready. Fuck the Yankees. Fuck the Mets.
You know what I believe? I believe home opener. It's going to be a righty, probably, right, with the Rockies. I see a Schwarber dong.
I hope so.
Lead off.
I want a Schwarbaum opening day. I'll tell you that. I want a Schwarbaum opening day or a Bryce Baum.
Yeah.
One or the other.
I think it's in Washington. I think you're going to get a Bryce Baum. My thoughts.
Do you think he's welcome with cheers or boos? I don't really know how Washington's been recepting him.
Well, how many Philly fans go down? Because you got to remember, Washington in a lot of sports is Philly fans love going to the capital.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of Phillies fans will be there.
Exactly. So do the cheers drown out those boos from the Nationals.
We going to find the fuck out. All right. Enough baseball. Take me to the association, Mr. Two Hill.
We shall go to the association. So, do we really want to talk about that team in Philadelphia?
We lost again.
Have to.
Well, we lost again.
We continue to lose.
Continue to lose. Losing's the new winning, they say, in Philadelphia.
We haven't talked about them in a while. Obviously, they beat the Mavericks, and we're like, what are we doing? But then lost an OT to the Rockets, get smoked by the Thunder, lose by 8 to the Spurs.
Thunder rested about all of their starters as well, by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
Still lost by 33.
Yep.
And then we lost to the Hawks yesterday, 132 to 119.
Still being investigated, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, Toronto, resting a lot of their stars. Just for rest purposes, not for really anything else. Makes you wonder what's going over there in Toronto.
A lot of sickness?
I don't know. I think things are just trying to get tanked for.
We shall see.
Unlike here in Philadelphia.
Sixers are bottom 3 in the East.
Yeah, by the way, I know you definitely weren't privy to this information. The Miami Heat here, who are the 10 seed, this team's fresh off a 10-game losing streak, Mr. Tuchel, and they're still the 10 seed.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
This is bad.
That's ridiculous.
This is really, really bad.
And look at that. Look at the separation.
That's just
from the last playing spots. It's only going to get higher.
Jesus.
It's 6 games right now. And I think it's only going to get worse. Sixers will not make the playoffs. We are borderline on the brink of elimination here.
Which I'm perfectly fine with. Speaking of teams that finally been eliminated on the East, we'll finish it up there. Charlotte and Washington, both freshly eliminated. The New Orleans Pelicans, who the Philadelphia 76ers play tonight, and the Utah Jazz, both eliminated too. In the West, go back to the East. Cleveland has officially clinched their division.
There we go.
Haven't gotten the 1 seed yet. Obviously, still 5 games ahead of Boston. Boston officially clinches a playoff spot. So now we're up to 3 teams that get a playoff spot. Besides that, it really looks like your top 2 seeds are going to be the Cavaliers and the Celtics.
Yeah.
Besides
the
Knicks at the 3.
I don't know if Brunson's still hurt. Last time I checked with that ankle.
Pacers are 3 games back of them in the 4. Milwaukee, a game back of the Pacers for the 5. It's really the central 4 through 6, and they're all jumbled up together.
Yeah.
Really, really close. We kind of talked about it a couple of weeks ago. They're still doing it.
Detroit.
I am huge, and I'm a fan of that because either of those, whoever falls to 6,
Kate and the boys.
probably going to give New York a good run for their money.
Yeah,
they could
but
go 6-game
I
series.
can tell you right now, I don't think anyone really wants to be that 6 seed.
No.
I think if you're the 4 or the 5, you like your chances against a division rival.
Yes.
I think that's for sure what the
and that's
vibe
where
is.
you're just going to see them all just going crazy. So
Cade Cunningham continues to be absolutely insane, by the way. Continues just to cook. Very impressed there. Actually, sorry, I hate to cut you off. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
After that, it's a 4.5 game difference for the play-in. So the Atlanta Hawks, 22 games back of the first of the 1 seed, but obviously 4.5 back of Detroit. Then Orlando's 2 games behind them in the 8. Those Bulls are 2 games behind them for the 9, and then 1 game back of the 9 spot is obviously we just talked about those Heat on the 10-game losing streak still being.
The East play-in looks locked up, honestly. We just might see a little bit of a shuffle in the order.
Yeah.
Because, well, they stink.
It is what it is.
Like Chicago being in there is strange.
It's weird. Especially because they sold. All they did was sell.
Exactly.
Right now, you were loving it if you were that 1 or 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That,
the East is so weak. The East is incredibly weak.
You're like, yeah. Honestly, probably rest your starters for
you could.
The first
you very well could.
Still sweep.
Where are these Sacramento Kings? Oh, they continue to fall. They're 3-7 in their last 10 too. And I did tell you this was going to happen. But my goodness, the Phoenix Suns just can't get out of their own way.
No, they can't.
They will be a lot higher up here. Whoever this last play-in spot goes to here in the West is the true stinker of the Western Conference. And that's not going to be anyone's cup of tea.
No.
That team here in the 10 seed will not make it out of the play-in.
No.
I can guarantee you that right now.
Between the Suns, Mavs are already completely injured.
Yep.
Trailblazers just don't look great. They're 2.5 back of the 2 teams that are battling for that 10 seed. Obviously, we can kind of count out the Spurs.
Yeah.
No
De'Aaron Fox now as well.
Yeah. Kind of just shutting it down.
Just cooked. Stephon Castle continued to develop.
Yeah.
Hit the game winner, by the way, against us.
Shout out. Congrats. Do it. Keep beating
Hate
us.
to see it.
Keep beating us.
Hate to see it.
Besides that, though, I mean, now we're just going to go bottom to top since that was our topic of discussion. And a game and a half up in the 9th spot are the Kings, even though they are faltering, like we just said. Clippers, kind of. So really what it looks like is it 1 through 8 kind of seems.
So if we had just traditional NBA playoff format, I mean, that's a pretty stacked 1 through 8.
That is.
That's
a dangerous 1 through 8.
That is.
All the way.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love that 1 through 8. All teams about 10 games over as well. I mean, this is the Western Conference that we're used to. This is like 2015. It's like a decade ago.
Yeah. We
had a couple of teams over 60 wins at the top, and then the rest kind of faltered a little bit, but it was still 50s.
Yeah.
Like high 40s.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is good basketball. Yeah. The Oklahoma City Thunder officially have clinched the 1 seed.
Yes, they have.
59-12 right now is the record.
Absolute wagon.
Now, remember, we are all looking. LeBron obviously was still injured a little bit.
LeGroin.
I believe that's starting to come back.
He is available, yes.
But now you got to look at it. It's Houston at the 2, Nuggets at the 3, Lakers at the 4, Grizzlies at the 5, Golden State at the 6. If I'm not mistaken, Alejandro, my eyes don't deceive me. Denver's only a game back on the Rockets, while the Lakers are only a game back on the Nuggets.
It's jumbled
Grizzlies
up.
Are then a half game back And I believe the Warriors are tied with them, if I'm not mistaken.
The Warriors are 2 games back
2
on the
games
Warriors,
back, that's what it is.
on the Grizzlies. So, and they're only a half game ahead of Minnesota. So what I could really see happening, despite how good Golden State has been, if I'm not mistaken, Steph Curry has a pelvic issue going on right now. I think if Golden State does want to see a little bit of a better successful run in these playoffs, you most are better off going to the play-in here and trying to lock up the 7 seed and set yourself up for a date with Houston. I don't think as a 6 seed, the Warriors have much of a chance against Denver.
Now, remember, we've also seen things like that where last game of the season before the play-in tournament, like they look and they're like, oh, wait, so-and-so won. All right, cool. You take the night off.
Mm-hmm.
We're booking the flight. We're doing the play-in.
We're doing the plan. Yep, lock in. I could easily see that happening for Golden State.
I'm also just not a huge listen, I don't like that though, because at the same time, wouldn't you just want the rest?
Sure, but that's a tough series. That's a real tough series against a very good, complete Denver squad. I think the Warriors could easily get the jump on a young Houston team.
Definitely.
That veteran presence with Steph, and especially with Jimmy. I don't know if Jimmy's ready exactly for that third duel with Jokic.
Just
I
yet.
I don't know if he wants that. I don't think
it's
he
probably
wants
the best
that.
squad that he's got though to give him help, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, when you have Steph Curry, things get a lot easier.
And Draymond's a good defensive guy, and
sure.
You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah, I like it. The Clippers also only a game back on the 6th seed. It's choppy.
Are we getting round 2?
It's really
Grizzlies,
choppy.
Lakers?
Again, I would love it. I do think the Grizzlies probably get it done this time, though. That was that 2022, 3. When did the Lakers make the Western Conference Finals?
No, that's going 7. Those two meet again. Those go 7.
I agree. Memphis has got to be healthy though. Memphis is healthy.
Watch out.
We're fine. We're good. We're good over in
I don't know. I mean,
the Tennessee area. Him and his Bronny going to lead them to the chip. All right, we'll see about that.
We shall see.
I don't know if Bronny's doing any.
Could you imagine we just get a Bronny James masterclass at the playoffs?
Tell you right now, Bronny James will not be on the playoff roster. Tell you that right.
Are we sure? Not just a tail end of the bench.
Yeah, never gets
grabbing waters.
Yeah, grabbing waters for the fucking adults on the team.
Yeah,
Bronny's literally a child. He's like, is he? I think he's younger than. I think he's your age.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, no, thumbs down. Thumbs down for your boy. MVP. I need to see the stats now because this is actually interesting because Jokic has been so good all year. But Shea, 32.8 per game on the point side. Jokic is averaging just about 30. He's averaging 29.1.
I feel like Shea's been putting up monster numbers, though.
He has been, but
runs a lot.
Dude, how can you deny 3rd in points, 3rd in rebounds, 2nd in assists? Probably like top 5 in field goal, too.
I do get what you're saying, but
I thought I'd sneeze there.
I don't know.
How do you deny it? 2nd in steals per game as a center.
It's huge, but I don't like. I'm just saying
he's everywhere.
Yeah,
he's fucking everywhere too. Shea's also up there, but they're tied. And they play completely opposite positions. He averages more assists than Shea. He probably is a little bit better on the blocks as well.
Would not be shocked on that, but all I'm saying is that,
dude, this man's averaging a triple double, a fat one at that.
That is a fat triple double. I would like to see the odds. What we got?
Can we do the futures? More. Shea's minus 1,000.
Kind of feels like the writing on the wall.
Evan Mobley minus 105 here for Depoy. 2nd is Draymond Green. Not a fan of that. I think Dyson Daniels definitely deserves a little bit more consideration. Most improved player goes to Cade. Well deserved. See, look, they got Dyson here 2nd. Why is he not just in for Depoy at that point? He's been a demon. Peyton Pritchard set to become 6th man of the year at minus 250. Malik Beasley is 2nd closest. Coach of the year is some unnamed Jabron.
Okay. No one knows.
All right. And clutch player of the year seems to be Jalen Brunson. That checks out, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I don't think you should sleep on Jokic MVP. I feel like people are just getting a little bit fatigued here, but this is a 30-point triple-double.
Listen, I get it, but I also feel like they were looking at just the pure scoring that Shea has had. and that's what they're looking. They you know what they needed? They needed someone that was
They like the-
averaging at like literally just going on multiple runs like for multiple weeks where he's just dropping 30 every night that he plays. He's dropping at least 30. He's giving you 30.
When you know who did that?
I know who did that. But I'm
Just
just
saying.
you know what I mean? It's still.
Yeah. Also led that squad to a number 1 seed in the East, but simply did not receive the consideration that he deserved. I don't really know what made it different this year. I don't know what made it different.
15, 5, and 5. Yeah.
For
15
Bronny?
claps.
Yep. 15 claps per game. 15.
No,
Wa-
5 here we go.
Yep. And 5 waters passed.
Yeah.
Up and down the bench. Probably what Bronny's final playoff stats will be through one series, by the way, because the Lakers are probably not making it that deep, if you ask me.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like you being so down on them. I feel like we're forgetting.
When am I never not down?
I know, but I feel like we're forgetting that they have a man named Luka Doncic on that team.
They do. A man whose defense will probably get exposed in those playoffs.
We shall see, though.
Can you tell me right now? Could you imagine in a 7-game series, Mr. Doncic actually clamping anyone down to, say, I'll be generous here, 23 points per game? No, you don't.
No.
Ant-Man? Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Ja? Good luck. Steph? Fuck no. You already did it once. Absolutely not. Nobody. Jalen Green's cooking him. Sengun's cooking him. Everyone's cooking him.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Not a good look for Luka Doncic. You can score all the points in the world that you want.
I can see, though, JJ maybe trying to find a way to help hide them on the defense.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to have to because when Jackson Hayes is your anchor down low, I mean.
Yeah.
No, he's good at hitting people and choking out people, but that don't go well on the court.
No.
Don't go well on the court. All right. The Great Chase. We got to talk about it.
Yes, we do. I have
To
not
the
gotten a
League of
lot.
Hockey.
I don't know what is going on. I feel like the NHL's coverage of this chase has gone down.
It's been swallowed up by March.
I really feel like the coverage has gone down.
It's been swallowed up, dude. It's not the league's fault. It's just Ovechkin goals tracker. Thank you for the quick link. What are we at? What are we at, Mr. Obi?
Has he also maybe possibly gotten cold? Is that the reason why?
Ovechkin. We're at 888.
So he needs 6. So that means in like the last couple of weeks, he's only had 2 Genos.
Yes.
So really what that means is that, remember, we were even thinking that possibly he would go up against, again, that Flyer squad and possibly at home break the record. Well, he got number 888 then.
He has 52 career goals against the Flyer. That's second most all time against the Fly guys, by the way.
Yeah.
Passing Mario Lemieux.
Lemieux,
my bad.
It's all good.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Thank you for the save. Thank you for the save.
I would not be shocked. I believe Mr. Crosby is number 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Checks out. Let's see here. So the Cappies, by the way, in terms of the league, that's a clinch. See that? That's a big old X.
Congratulations.
That's a big old X right there to the Cappies. Yeah, 102 points. Where are those Jetties? Ooh, I told you. I've been talking about it all year. I do like those Caps to win the President's Trophy. It feels good right now.
It
feels
does.
good.
Listen, we're almost down. We're basically down to the home stretch.
Yes, sir.
12 games remaining for the Caps.
Yes,
11
sir.
games remaining for the Jetties. So you got to think about it. The Caps, basically 2 games up on the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
So be interesting to see.
Both tied in the same differential now. That's crazy.
That is pretty insane. Eliminations: San Jose and Chicago.
Chicago gets eliminated, by the way, and then beats us 7-4.
Yeah.
Go Blue as well, by the way. Here, third overtime in the lacrosse scene, beat number 1 ranked Maryland. How you done?
It's crazy.
Nick Rude, by the way, son of Bobby Roode. Bet you for the wrestling fans out there, you know who Bobby Roode is.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah, the Blackhawks stink. The Sharks, even worse. If Celebrini gets that goddamn trophy, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed.
Speaking of teams that stink, Alejandro, our beautiful team in Philadelphia does too.
Yeah. Not eliminated, though.
No, not yet. It's coming.
65 points.
Straight losses.
Yep. I told you, we separate the losing streaks. If there was ever a time to bet on the Fly guys, people, It's after a 5-game losing streak because we never like getting it to 6, and it definitely doesn't get to 7. Look at that. Boom. The 5-game right there, split up. Who we beat? The Lightning. Got to play the Leafs now, another top team here in the East.
And then watch them just
Get back to rolling.
Hey, Mr. Lawton.
Business.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Hi, Scott. How's it feel making the playoffs year in and year out now?
And then,
by the way, we're gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow. Besides that, like then they play the Canadians on Thursday, Sabres on Saturday, and then the Preds, who are also the key bottom feeder right now.
Yep.
Besides that, the Atlantic is very, very tight.
Yeah, I'm seeing that right now.
Extremely tight at
looking
the
at
top.
that. I'm looking at that right now. That is a very tight race here for the final
4 points, which if you guys
games.
are newer to so if you win a hockey game in regulation, it's 2 points. If you lose in regulation, you get none. If you lose in overtime or a shootout, it is 1. So that just makes it very enticing, very tight. Especially if these teams could possibly be playing each other going down the line.
Leafs could tie the Panthers if they beat us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Until maybe the Panthers play today. Maybe they play tomorrow. Who knows? They have a game in hand.
They don't play till Friday.
Okay. So I was going to say they have a game in hand over the Leafs and the Lightning here.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting. Obviously, Caps got it locked up here. The Devils are hanging around, but it doesn't look like they will be.
The
for
distance
much longer.
is getting greater from them, the top 2, and the Rangers and the Islanders.
They're trying
to creep up.
They're trying, but Ottawa and Montreal are both Atlantic, right?
Yes.
So the Rangers gonna have to cover a lot of ground here. Wow, what happened to the BJs, man? 6-game skid.
Bad.
Same with the Red Wings.
Yeah.
And the Brew Crew.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Bruins.
Skidding left
The
and
Bees.
right. What is going on? Wow.
Not great.
How the hell did the Habs make it back up here? With their -18 differential.
They're going to figure.
Are you kidding me?
They're going to find a way.
All right. Well, I'll tell you right now, last wild card spot should go to Jersey. I do think the Rangers will sneak back up into the Met here and maybe just lock up that 3 seed.
We'll see.
They better hope though.
How many times do they play each other? Because right now it looks like the Rangers are going out west.
Get me no Devils hockey. The Devils play the Knuckers today.
And then, so they're both out west, or are they home?
Devils are home.
Devils are home. Cool. So the Rangers go out west, and then they get back home. They play the Devils one more time.
Okay.
On the 5th. They're also going to play like the Flyers. They play the Lightning one more time in April. They play the Islanders, the Hurricane, the Panthers, and the Lightning again.
So Jersey to end their year, we got Vancouver, Chicago, Winnipeg, Minnesota twice at a home and home. The Rangers, like you said, on the 5th. Boston, Pittsburgh, the Islanders, Boston, and the Red Wings.
You know what that screams? Jersey stays in the playoffs. Probably maybe even stays in that 3rd spot in the Met.
That is what that screams.
Smoked.
That is what screams.
They'll lose quick.
Yeah. Can the Rangers make it? Can they squeeze in?
We'll have to see. 82-game season, so we're down to the home stretch last like 3 weeks or so.
Take me to the west side.
Jetties
on top in the Central.
I think they're gonna get the Central here in just a little bit.
Yep.
The Avs are still trying to play against the Stars there.
Yeah.
If you're looking wild card, honestly, Calgary
blew it
3
kind of
games in hand though. Only 2 games back. That's huge.
Yes, on the Blues.
That's huge. That is
specifically.
Huge. And besides that, obviously, the Predators are about to get chopped away. So are the Crack.
And the Ducks.
Ducks.
Vancouver, I could see maybe if they remember how to play hockey in these last 12 games, sneak back in.
Maybe Mr. Hughes is, back into form.
Yeah. If not, though, looks like St. Louis might just goddamn get some fucking hockey.
They might. We shall see.
And Minnesota.
It's kind of getting muddy right now. And then in the Pacific, honestly, that's just going to be tight for the rest of the way. All those teams are very competent, very good.
Yes.
And we're going to see a matchup between a couple of those squads probably in the first round. I am all in for it.
Tell you what, I'll take Davo and the boys out of anyone here right now. Tell you that right now. Davo and the boys beating anybody.
Listen.
Anybody in that first series.
Watch out for the Kings.
All faith in Davo and the crew.
The Wild, though, really trying to just solidify themselves as a wild card.
Yeah, are we really just like sleeping on Minnesota right now? I mean, we've been saying it all year, really, when we've been talking about hockey. Not really,
They don't jump right off the page, but then you look and you're like,
They do
That's
not.
a good squad, and they got good goaltending.
They do not jump off the screen at all.
Listen, Mr. Flower, or oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm blanking on the
Only you would
second
know.
name.
Only you would know.
The second goaltender. You know what that does? Because we have the power of computers just in the palm of our hands. We are going to find out goaltender number 2 for the Wild. Okay, so it's either Mr. Troy Grosnick or Philip Gustafson is who I was really thinking about.
Okay.
But that's honestly, and the Wild usually, especially Hines, a good, solid coach.
Okay.
Could help you out. So I could see them definitely winning in the first round and going from there. But we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. Any NFL free agency talk before we go?
Well, Mr. Rogers is officially out on the Vikings, or the Vikings told him no.
Yeah, I saw that.
But he did meet with the Pittsburgh Steelers. No talks about money or anything, but they just wanted to feel each other out.
He was also in the G-Men's facilities, no?
I believe so. Right there, it was talked about on, as we have in the background here, Mr. McAfee. Shout out. But looks like Ryan Tannehill was talking to maybe just and honestly, at that point, all he's doing
just
is
vibes,
showing Mr. McCarthy, day in, day out, what to do. You know what I mean?
That's how I throw a football.
Good at handing the ball off. Do a little zone read every once in a while. Obviously, we know Daniel Jones is a Colt.
Yep.
I don't know if there's any. I don't think we got to talk about it. Mr. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yeah, I don't know if we did, but bag alert.
Bags upon bags upon bags. Only the first 2 years are guaranteed for T. Well, all of
Jamar's.
Yeah, basically what Jamar's guaranteed is what T's entire contract.
Oh yeah, I forgot Winston went to the Giants.
Yeah. And Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston is a Giant now. Doesn't move the needle. Does not move the needle.
Hey, guess what? I get to watch Jameis Winston twice a year.
That means you're getting at least maybe 4 picks, if that is the quarterback. I mean, we might as well. If they're signing Jameis,
I would just have to bet Eagles defense a touchdown the 2 times they play.
But what if he's not the starter?
Well, who would be?
Perhaps someone through the draft, Mr. Tuchel
or Mr. DeVito.
Oh hell no! It's not going to be Tommy Cutlets. I do think it'll just be.
Well, we don't know about injuries and everything, Alejandro. Mr. Shadur. Even better.
Those imagine giving the pregame speeches in that environment.
Jameis.
The Super Bowl champs, but you know what? That was last year. This is this year.
At the link.
This is this year, and you know what? To us right now, they're nobodies.
Nameless faces. We all played with. I don't care.
We all start 0-0, and you know what today is, fellas? It's 0-0. So let's go whoop day.
And then proceed to lose.
Yeah. Yep. Checks out.
All right.
The horses are prepared for battle, says Mr. Splooge. Indeed.
Yes.
I think that'll wrap it up. Yeah. Much else?
I'm trying to think. Is there really anything else that I can think of?
I can't think so. We're hitting the hour.
Yeah.
Hit our status quo here. Hit our quotas.
Sharp hours and go from there.
Yeah. So that'll wrap it up, I guess, for episode 85 here. Back on Thursday. Probably no pod episode, but just a live stream instead again.
Yeah.
For more madness. I'm not ready. I need more sleep. I need more rest. I'm not ready. Got to go see the outside world. Got to touch some grass. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
what is the weather looking like this week? It's supposed to be
shit. It looks like shit.
Shite.
Pure shite.
Oh no!
From what I saw, a lot of rain.
We're getting pure spring now.
A lot of scattered showers here. If I'm not mistaken.
Mr. Alejandro, today might look like shite.
But the rest of the week?
Till Thursday, yeah. You got partly sunny.
There we go. I'll be able to touch grass.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
50s, not 60s, but
50 is the new 60.
Yeah, might as well be.
Only in temperature, not in age.
Yeah.
Not in age. All right, that'll wrap it up here for Boys Talk Balls episode 85. Thank you all for listening. First ever live episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crushing it. VOD up on YouTube if you want to see us just yap in person. If you like seeing a little bit more visual instead of just the audio. If you want just the audio, of course, Apple and Spotify.
That's really
you know where we are. You know what we're about here. Yeah. That'll wrap it up. Everyone, crush your week. Get that Monday in, and have a good week. We'll see you all on Thursday.
See you.
See yous.